So, you might all be asking yourself, did San make enough gold for the WoW token in a week? And I am here to answer that question. I didn't. I lost all my gold. I'm kidding. I made enough, guys. I took a peek into the mailbox. I'm very excited. From if you guys had not watched the last week's episode, you would know how much value we had posted on the auction house and how presumably easy it would be for us to gain enough for the actual WoW token's worth. So I am here today to go over to the mailbox and collect our gold. We are currently sitting at 167,000. We have everything that we have not sold so far, but in the mailbox we have 52,351, largely based on the arcane crystals that we have sold. And then on top we have thorium, and as you can see, it's a lot lower valued because of the relics of the past. Price dropped on the server heavily. We sold some eternal earth, enchanted thorium bars. The titan steel bar sold, which is really awesome, for 1,000 gold. We sold some of the cobalt bars, so I'm pretty happy about that. And then we sold some more thorium ore and trucial ore. But looking at this puts us to a total of 219,000 gold. 219,000 gold, guys. The WoW token right now on EU is 195,000. We are 24k, 25k over the actual WoW token's value. It is absolutely insane. I honestly did not imagine that we could do this. I thought it was going to be a lot harder or a lot more tight, or we would have to spend a lot more time on it. But with just the basic things that we have done throughout this, we didn't even get to max level. We're literally level 77, and we succeeded in doing this by farming materials from the old expansions. So that's really exciting. So looking at how we made our gold on this character, we have in total earned 227,738 gold on this server. It's a really good amount. We can see everything that we've done, and I am here to talk to you guys about what we did, how we did it, and what we succeeded in the most. Obviously, the largest part of our gold making in this challenge has been arcane crystals. We made 133,881 gold on just arcane crystals alone, which is over half of all the gold that we made in total. So just doing this alone over a month would get you more than enough gold to be able to pay for your WoW token. Obviously, it's only one part of gold making. It might get very stale if you're not into that kind of farming. So obviously this is one way to do it. You can spice it up with some of the other things that I did. And obviously I have used my mining on top of this. I used opportunity to craft it into bars. I used the opportunity to craft obviously titanium, cobalt bars, serenite bars. Here we have eternals from the serenite farming, where we got the crystallized versions out of mining. We got one monarch topaz here. This is particularly used for some engineering goggles. That is why it sells for a higher price. Obviously you can see we didn't sell it for that much compared to what it usually does on the server, but I'm still pretty happy about it. And then you can see besides that, it's just mining. Like, majority of everything that we sold, majority of what made all of our gold has been mining, and we don't even have it in that many expansions. We have NERFED mining. We did a small amount of outland mining for a little bit of fell iron, and we decided that that wasn't worth our time since we were on a very strict timetable. And then we have classic mining. We did pretty much all of this challenge with just classic mining and NERFED mining, and that is it. That is how basic it can be. I used a whole bunch of routes, and right now every single one that I have used will pop up on screen. We for cobalt, we only used the one in Howling Fjord, and for serenite we only were in Ice Crown. Those two areas worked out greatly for us in the times that we were farming them. And then for thorium specifically, all of my time on this character was spent in Winterspring and in Ongoro. Mostly in Winterspring, but we also spent a couple hours in Ongoro. And besides that, we used the auction house to basically sell everything that we had. We looked at how we could price things differently. We looked at previous selling prices to determine how much we would be able to sell it for. And obviously, something I talked about pretty much every episode is that you could probably go around and get a little bit more on these materials depending on your server, but that is just it if you want more gold from your materials, if you want to post it at higher prices, you should also expect things to sell slower, which means you're not getting faster sales. And when you're on a timetable like this, you have to be okay with earning a little bit less but faster. But I'm very happy with how this went. The total amount of hours is currently up on screen. I haven't put it together yet. We are using the time that we have recorded ourselves actively playing on the accounts, because that is the most accurate information that we can use. And on top of that, there isn't really much more for me to say. I hope you guys really enjoyed this series. It seems like a lot of people were really interested in following along and seeing how I made enough gold for this token. And if you guys have any questions, you can always throw them in the comments down below. Something I do want to say before we pop off, it's really amazing how much gold you can make on basic levels of the game. You don't even have to tread into more complex and complicated system in the gold making world to be able to make enough to play for free every month. And this obviously only took me a week, and if you guys spread these hours out over a whole month, you would probably be able to make even more than I did. We have a new series coming out, and the new series is the 1 copper to 1 million gold challenge. The next episode, or the first episode in that series, is going to launch next week on the same day that these WoW token episodes were coming out. That episode, the first episode, I will record when the pre-patch is out. And as this is released, the pre-patch is already out. I hope you guys had fun. I hope you guys enjoyed everything I did in this series, and I will see you in the 1 copper to 1 million gold challenge. See ya!